1 is now officially underway, and he really does have all the pieces of the puzzle. Like, it's not like my pub games where I choose Spirit Breaker first pick and I get a safe lane AM, you know, I get a mid OD or something. He's actually got heroes he can play with, John. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, that is very true. There's a lot of good connections come out. I would say the experience of first picking a Shaker or Spirit Breaker into an AM safe lane partner, it's more of Boom that kind of did that. They just picked the Earth Shaker into Lesher. Like, yeah, all right, we'll just sack your lane, go max Aftershock, have fun. And Armel just has to deal with it, which is fair. I'm sure he's used to having these rough matchups, of course.
Oh, they even skill up level 1 charges just to ensure they can find a target here. Tims will be targeted indeed. A nice Fisher has bought a bit of space, but Schofield able to secure first blood as now Jabs. He's too far in. He will also drop. It's a bloodbath. It's an absolute massacre here in the triangle, as they even hand a double kill to Analog on the mid Leshrac. And he buys his bottle out, John. Well, look at that. That's concerning, isn't it?
That is very concerning. Not what you want to see if you're a Boom Esports fan.
He bought a stick. He bought a stick.
Fair enough.
He sold the bottle. Fair enough.
I mean, he is up against a Shaker. He knows spell spam is going to be a big part. They get triple bounties anyway. He's still going to have Bottle Mikey in 60 gold, a creep and a half. He's going to be fine. And all right.
You're such a jackass. Why do you do this? What's wrong with you? Everyone knows. Everyone knows what you did, John. Nobody's even pretending.
Look,
I tell you, look, you're one tweet off me calling you B Cop, John. Honestly, at this stage, you're one tweet off.
Hey, look, I give it to them. I'm not asking, right? I don't ask them. I give it. I don't need permission. They know. These players are conditioned. They know, oh no, it's that time of the year again. Oh, if we qualify, this guy is going to be asking us again. You know, they're used to it. Yeah. They got their homework right, and boom. Hopefully it gives them power, because the Nemesis lines did not work for Nemesis whatsoever in the last game. Heroic, at the very least, don't have any Filipino lines equipped. And it's only effective up against, what, 3 players, so not a full effectiveness there. Still taking a gander at the lanes as we're busy talking about stuff besides the game. Down bot, this lane for Jabs is not going to feel great. Ursa, silencer for Bristle. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, see you later. And the worst part is as well, like, that's just probably going to keep happening every time he tries to move in for creeps. And keep in mind, this is a Bristleback who's already got a low mana pool. So you really don't want to be giving in away to the silencer of all things. Because he really wants that mana pool, John. He kind of needs it. It's Bristleback.
That it is. And Jabs is already, what, down -2 now at this point? I mean, you know, it sounds funny. It's like, yeah, 2 int. It's a lot of mana he's missing. That's a spell cast that he could have that could maybe lead to a kill. At least Tims, if he gets that separation right, can win out these trades up against KJ. Hold on.
I mean, Yuma's always ready. He knows how advantageous they have this bot lane for themselves here with this duo they've got. Very, very strong indeed from Heroic as Jabs. Yeah, you've got to be very cautious. He just feels safe knowing KJ's not around the corner yet, but here he comes. Just never going to feel safe. Top lane, at the very least, for Boom Esports is relatively safe right now, though. Analog, mid lane, trapped up. Armel's found a very cheeky Fisher block. He's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, this is looking pretty sharp for Armel. Again, this was a first pick Shaker. He is leading in CS. He's working out a lot better than what Mac was doing in the Nemesis matchup. Maybe Analog's not pushing the Leshrac as hard as RCY was as well. Could be that factor on top. But he is still, you know, he's not completely shut down. He's 2 creeps behind. You're in a happy spot, though, for the Shaker, considering how bad this matchup can be. And for the side of Heroic, they haven't been able to block that triangle. So there is a set of creeps that can spawn up and some stacks that Tims can build up. The issue is, Tims cannot leave that lane still. Down bot, it's still a nightmare for Jabs. And it's a nightmare that's not going to end anytime soon. The thing is, they don't even have the Bane to give an actual nightmare out either. Later on, at least he's going to have some nightmares to think about here. As you were mentioning, top lane has been smooth going for Jackie. This is to be expected. Morphling going to be hard to shove out for a Whisper in the lane. There is some cheeky combinations later on, though. Maybe you get a good charge. They are just trying to get some EXP going on both of these heroes. Schofield obviously does not go for Bolt's hit. Would have loved to see that pass it. Do you think we'll ever get a pro player playing Bolt's hit?
It's not good. It's so bad.
Yeah, but
it's
the
such
name.
a bad facet.
But the name.
Yeah, I know, the name's good. The name's good. What I'm surprised about while we're on the topic, I'm surprised we haven't seen a charge mid yet. You've got level 2 Edict up on Analog. Here we go. There's the charge. As I say it, he's coming. No Fisher to block this. He does get a very nice aftershock, though, with the Enchant Totem, and that'll do the trick. But that's something I was anticipating more of, is just constant charges to never allow him to feel confident. They are going to bring in King KJ now, so they could actually be in a lot of danger here for Armel. He will Fairy Fire up, but it does not seem like it's going to make all the differences. He is going to go down, and now with the Edict, they're going to find a bonus kill. Tims will also drop. And that is pretty bad news, as they also lose jabs.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're off to a real bad start here for Boom Esports.
You know, Southeast Asia's doing well, huh? We're doing fine here in C. All normal.
Stay positive.
We're all
John.
right.
Stay positive.
This is good. You know, we will eventually find a kill, and it's going to be worth 1,000 gold on a support, and we'll come back. That is the way of C. This is our plan. This is our grand plan in Southeast Asia, Mike. You know, you go into your pubs, you see someone running down bot or playing, you know, going out of position, not respecting that power. It's all because they know we're going to find that kill later. This is Boom thinking 20 steps ahead of everyone else, Mike.
Very smart, John. Let's go. Phil's having a gander here up the top lane. He'll TP up and take over the lane, as Jackie has forced out Whisper. So again, Jackie's the one guy having a really good time. Props to Armel. Like, apart from that death we just saw earlier, which wasn't really his fault anyway, he has been having a really nice time in terms of CS. He's actually 1 CS ahead of Analog right now. So happy days in that sense, that both the mid and top lane are going pretty well for Boom Esports. But I dare say the mid and bottom lane for Heroic are going significantly better, considering you've got a 1-0-3 Ursa, you've got a 3-0-2 Leshrak. Yeah, these kills, they do start to get a little bit intimidating.
That they do. And again, for the side of Boom, my main concern is with this kind of start, it goes back to what we were talking about in the draft. You're going to be sitting back and farming on all 3 cores. Like, no one is ready to play. Right? And maybe you can get some setup. Snapfire and Bane can kind of do some stuff together, at the very least, as we get the go and the sec. As there is still some issues. And we get the go ahead again. Oh, the classic throat sing is still there. Yeah, beautiful.
No, not that one.
It's beautiful. I miss Davai. Davao Lama now. Good old Davai.
Indeed.
Great voice line.
It's not.
You should try throat singing.
You know
Mike.
it's not. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
What are you doing, Nate?
Yuma said go and then just resumes the game, apparently. Which is fine, I guess, because they said go before that, but then they said sec Mike again. So it's Boom's fault. And anyway, I was about to blame Yuma for that. It's Boom's fault, Jonathan.
Yeah.
They said go.
Yeah, pretty much. Nate, what's happening? Get your players straightened out, Nate. Manager Nate, Boom.Nate. Sort them out. It's happening. Microphone issues. Can't sort out their own tech. Come on. It's fine.
Unbelievable.
Anyway.
Unbelievable.
What a great day for C so far, huh? 7-2. We've got Jackie back in his environment that he naturally loves. This is him in peak Motivate Trust days, where everyone else would be dying and Jackie was the only hope. Except every now and again you'd get like a Fearless and Masteros play, right? This is kind of that same environment. You get the tips.
I think Armel and Jackie have had that conversation you just went over, John. Seems like they've got an agreement.
Yep. And this is where Jackie thrives, so, you know, they're just setting up the environment for Jackie to do his best. Okay,
without
maybe...
shoes on, though, Jonathan. He's going to lose his career with the treads. That's all right. No problems here, Jackie. 6-minute power rune's going to spawn up. Of course, Heroic doing a lot to ensure it is secured for Analog. Nightmare from Zhao, and they're going to get unlucky. It is going to spawn bottom. It is just an illusion rune anyway, but Analog, of course, will happily take it for himself. And the concerning sign for Boom right now is it does feel like Heroic are just getting away with whatever they want at the moment. Like, I don't... Or in fact, they do start to look to infiltrate that triangle at the same time, but it is already taken by Armel. So at the very least, you did take some stacks here for Armel. Not really... Like, it's not really that big of an influx, though, to be absolutely fair, but I suppose he'll come back for the next Echo later.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Even fighting over these Shrines of Wisdom, KJ just looking to maybe sneak away something here. And they know there's no slam. There's not much they can do. Tim's is still level 4. There's not a lot of presence here to fight into this.
Not against Analog and Yuma. They're definitely going to have to just let it go, and they're going to try and steal with Zhao across the map. But of course, Whisper has gotten the memo to not allow this to happen. They will Nightmare up at the very least. The charge is incoming. Looks like Zhao should... Oh, he can't. He cannot. The Nightmare was taken by KJ. He'll lose out in the end. A nice attempt for Zhao. No deny either. Thank you very much for the int. Meanwhile, across the map, Tim's going to drop as well. Analog able to pick off another one. And this does feel like another game where if you are Analog, you could really just rush Blink if you want. But it seems like he's going to go for the safer route and tank up a bit with these nulls, and maybe we'll go for Blink later on. Right now, he probably just doesn't feel like he needs any of that.
Nah, there's no pressure for it just yet. And they know what Boom has to do now. Boom is just going to have to sit back and farm for at least 10 minutes. Right? Like, maybe Jackie can join in on his supports. Sure, this Morphling timing into Vlad's is going to be nice. Because Jackie times out very nicely. But, you know, it's Jackie against the world right now. Right? Like, you need that Blink to be up in Armel. To be fair to Armel, he's only about 700 gold off. 625, so it's not the worst time in the world here.
Charge out onto Armel. He does have the Fissure and Aftershock to play with. Looks like they were trying to force out the Fissure, but they don't get it. Analog's going to continue applying pressure, but keep in mind he has the Misanthropy, so he can't exactly use that Edict to try and abuse the tower. Just going to have to try and use the creeps for that. But he is doing some work as he does pop the Invis now, and looks like he's going to think about heading up north and finding this Jackie Morphling. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Jabs again being caught out here down to the bottom, and he's just dead. No chance of survival as even mid lane KJ. He's taking attention away here, John. Look at Analog top lane. He might run into Jackie. Oh, he'll barely miss out. He doesn't see him. Or do they? Well, Jackie sees them now. Analog is spotted underneath that sentry ward. He's avoided all vision. So they aren't going to make the jump in. But it doesn't really seem like Boom want to try and counter-initiate here either. They're just going to let him walk around. And they'll leave him be, as we are going to have another microphone issue, apparently.
Oh, Mike. Oh, always the microphones, huh?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Always the microphones.
The classic Southeast Asian issues. Just don't know how to use
the funny thing
mics.
is, you and I, we've casted like almost 3,000 games together, and I don't feel like you and I have ever had microphone issues over that many games. You know, it's just...
Yeah, no.
We've had internet issues, you know, but microphone, no. We've been good.
No, we've been very good. Save for a time when I had a really bad microphone, very, very early on in our careers where the dogs would be heard over my mic, but that was many, many eons ago, Mikey. That was the authentic Southeast Asian cast, by the way.
No, I wouldn't go as far as calling what we're doing a career, Jonathan. It's been one of those experiences. No.
It's got that Blink. He's managed to recover quite nicely. Good old RML. They've managed to really utilize their stacks. And again, his mid lane, he worked it really nicely. It felt like we weren't seeing the same domination from Analog in terms of at least lane control in comparison to what we just saw in the last series from RCY. But he's got his own Blink coming in for Analog. He will go into that build that you were mentioning there, Mikey. So you're expecting a very aggressive Leshrac up front. I will say one thing for Boom as well. Like, this is not an easy game to be a bristleback here for Jabs. Right, like you've got the spear that forces you to face forward, and Ursa that just rips you to shreds no matter what.
He's okay. Of course, it is a very challenging game for Jabs. He's going Blade Mail build up, so he's going to try and be that tanky kind of frontline for his team and make them second guess actually trying to take him down. But I still feel like Yuma's just going to pop and rage every time and just still take him down anyway. They will smoke up. They do head down bottom, seeing if they can get a surprise reveal with this Blink available now on Armel. But Yuma seems to have a pretty good read that this could be happening. In fact, there is a counter rotation now coming in from Analog. Armel will know about it. Tim's, he will get jumped here by Yuma. Fisher is going to block, but they've got a nice charge coming in if they want to continue for this. It looks like they might actually commit here with Schofield, and he will. Can he get lucky with the bash? Well, it doesn't seem like he needs it anyway. And he bashes anyway. Last hit. Just the way you like it.
Yeah. Just the way you'd want it to be. A little bit of a blood grenade out just to ensure, even if that walkaway was there, that you'd probably find that kill. 11-3. I will say for Boom, they've done a great job of just diverting attention to the supports. Because you haven't seen that much action come out onto Armel. They still maintain triangle control. It's costing the supports a ton to ensure this control stays within their way. But Armel is getting that ramp up he'd want. Right? Like, he's going into the Kaya. He's going to have a lot of magical damage on hand. It's taking a little bit more time for Whisper in comparison to actually play his farm game. In fact, Jabs is on equal farm with Armoras. That has been left alone for the most part up top. So, in terms of game state, this isn't the worst circumstance for the side of Boom. It feels like Heroic didn't really shut it down as hard as you'd expect them to. Like, yeah, you're still having a runaway start for Yuma and for Analog to an extent, but it is playable for Boom Esports here.
Armel's in big trouble here, John. He has used his stun, gets the echo out at the very least, stopping the charge. The arena is down though, but the speed does not connect. Here comes Jabs to try and help out, but Yuma's around the corner. I think they can take this fight, Heroic. Although it's a 5v5 engagement in the mid lane, 12 minutes in now, apparently. Both sides committing all their bodies, but no one really committing to the fight anyway.
No. Maybe a bit of a squandered opportunity out from Heroic. We saw the missed spear out from Whisper as well. The arena was good. The slam was a bit desperate from Armel, but that was also enough to dissuade Heroic from coming back in. They don't quite have the full complements they'd want here for Heroic to easily take these fights. Like, yeah, you've got the blink up on Analog, but you need the blink up as well in Yuma to leverage that physical output from him jumping forward. And that's still not quite ready. And again, as you draw equal in these engagements here for Boom, you're equalizing the net worth down to just a 1k lead for Heroic. You've caught up nicely, again, on all of your cores. Armel and Jabs both having a better time than Whisper is on this Morris, who hasn't been dying, but also hasn't been finding the best of times in terms of just farm, considering that he's been rotating down bot, tries to rotate mid, and isn't really having much to show for all of that time spent elsewhere. At least they find some objectives on Heroic's end. But again, Boom is doing a great job of actually dancing around this a little bit, like mitigating these rough times for themselves. Jackie almost onto the Yasha. Could try to play here.
They have set up with a Nightmare. Tim's going to be around. They've got the Fiend's Grip, but the Global Silence was immediate. Tim's did hold out on the Mortimer's Kisses, but Jackie has been caught. Jao trying to run. Armel will intervene. Here come the Kisses. So they do at least kill Whisper, but the charge is in from Schofield now. Looking for Jao. Jao's going to be okay as he pops a Nightmare. And they might actually find a 2-for-1 special here. Schofield does not have a way to charge out any longer, though he does have plenty of stick charges. But it's not going to matter in the end. Armel able to secure the kill. Does come at the cost of Jackie, however.
Man, it's a rough trade to take, but honestly for Boom, you're somewhat happy that Armel's finding these kills. Again, it's leading to this really quick recovery for Armel. He still has Slam ready. The Kai is not too far off. They can look for the re-engage at this point. They know Global Silence is down. Like, they can easily commit for an engagement here in the scan. Right on point. They know where Analog's farming up, but they don't actually opt to instantly jump in. See if they still find the time, though, but it doesn't take too long for those camps to be cleared out here.
They do hit the Echo. I mean, it's not too much damage, though. And with the Sister Shroud, they don't hit. The Spear is out. The TP at least going to allow one to get out of there. Oh, I mean, they're a few small errors here, John. I mean, you had the fight previously where they forgot about Global Silence. That leads Jackie to die. Now, this time around, they weren't aware of the Sister Shroud. It's just not really good news.
No. It's terrible news for the side of Boom. And I mean, if you're Heroic, you're glad. You know, you just found a kill on the guy who's been recovering. You slow that process down. You already found that kill on Jackie earlier. It's free space for Yuma. Like, this Ursa still has no answer for it. Has the Blink Dagger flying out now. So he can jump into these engagements quite easily. And This is where you start to think about Roshan on the side of Heroic, and where you start to dread about that objective on Boom. You know, if Heroic finds a good fight around mid to top area, they will easily just swipe away Roshan on top of a pickoff. So you have to be ultra cautious on Boom. You have to maintain some semblance of vision to keep track here.
We'll get caught very quickly down at the bottom lane. The hard thing is as well for Boom, like, you're already in a game where you've fallen behind, and you're starting to hit these spikes by Heroic. And when you're against a hero like Spirit Breaker that will just charge you every time you're on the map, you're in huge danger. As Mel getting taken out as well. Analog now with the blink just blinking right into him. And this is where things become really detrimental for Boom. Because if you're Schofield, you're going to get the message eventually that you can charge anyone and we can kill him. No problem.
Yeah. And again, there's just no counterplay here for Boom. I mean, they have the Nightmare save to an extent. But with that pickoff now, it is fairly short response. You don't have control in mid, which means Roshan, again, like we were talking about, nice and easy to take for Human and Log. No problems here on this objective. Even an amp damage rune to speed up this process as well for Heroic. All that you could possibly ask for at this point. Lines are being wronged by Boom. They have managed to really pin down Whisper for most of this game, but even Whisper now has started to rise above in terms of net worth. Aegis goes the way of Analog. Secondary life on Leshrac is massive. And a 5k lead now, 15-5 Boom. All their hopes still hang on Jackie. Manta is set to come out soon, so at least the Global Silence won't be enough to pin down this Morphling. But the chain stunts can still come in. And for Boom, I think, again, pain points are just how rough of a time Jabs and Armel has had. Armel's had some shining moments. He's been very good with the slams. He's got the Kaya coming in. Maybe.
Well, they do. KJ will go down. Whisper, meanwhile, going to find a Bristleback up top lane. Tips coming out here onto KJ is Whisper. They can't really deal with him. Oh, Yuma's here now as well. Jab's not happy with what he's seeing, but Yuma actually avoiding the jump. A little bit of hesitation. Schofield even around the corner, but they're assuming the whole side of Boom are there. And, well, now they have made their way over. They're going to find Tim straight off the bat. Tim's has no way out of this one. He's gone, and so is Zhao. And now the fight is looking really bad if you're Boom, because it's completely over. They'll find Jabs on top. Double kill for Yuma. Again, you kind of question how you slow these boys down now. I mean, that was a fight where they hesitated, and they still made it look easy.
Now they just waited for a clean shot here on Heroic. It's very disciplined gameplay from them. They're not willing to take massive risks. They know they're ahead. They just look for the safe plays, and they know they can clean up afterwards with all of this AoE control they do have on hand. And Jabs just does not have a game. Right? Armel, you could argue, is in the same position, but he has had more impact in the Shaker for sure. His Fishers have been good. He's been finding a couple of good slams. He's been looking for pickoffs. There's been nothing coming out from Jabs, and it's just, again, down to going for the Bristleback into the Ursa, which was left in the pool. And he was just shredding everyone to bits here. For Boom, it's like you said, Mike. Like the angles to take this game back are hard to see. Because let's say you get a good jump in. Let's say you manage to get a good position in your team fight. You know, you line up. You can maybe get a good grip. There's Global Silence. There's Charge to try to save. To interrupt these two spells in the grip and the kisses coming in.
Top lane again?
Jackie has to operate in a bit of a vacuum here.
Oh, here we go. Charge is out. They will actually cancel again. They're still paying a lot of respect here to Boom. The thing is, they really don't need to, but they are playing it very safe. They will cancel the charge on Jabs and just wait for a better opportunity. Another 4-man smoke now from Boom Esports. They do hang right behind the Bristleback, hoping that they take the bait. It seems like Heroic already deciding that they are not going to aim the Bristleback first, and in fact, they want some supports if they can, and Tim's might give them the opportunity rather soon if he runs too close. Smoke about to break on Analog. He might just jump right in for this if he does see them. He will eventually. Diabolic getting popped. He will make the move in. Zhao immediately caught. Whisper, meanwhile, has an arena, is waiting it out, and does find two of them. He gets the value play. Yuma will jump in for the easiest kills of his life. And there is nothing to be done here by Boom Esports. They're just completely avoiding Jackie. Just ignore him. Try to go after Armel instead. In fact, now they'll turn back on Jackie, but the buybacks are incoming. Tims is here. He will at least force out the kisses, but the silence was there immediately, and Jackie, he's been stunned up. He is strength morphing at the least. He'll survive a little bit longer, but not for long. He is down. And that'll be all she wrote, I think, as Boom Esports, they're just dropping like flies. They'll get Armel out of there. But it's still just such a tough game for Boom.
It is. Jackie was forced to Manta earlier. She didn't have anything to dispel that global silence. Great patience coming out from KJ, looking for that opportunity, canceling off the buyback of Tims, trying to play with those kisses. And yes, you find the Aegis here on the side of Boom, but it costs you way too much. That's them taking the aggression, and I do appreciate that. They're looking for opportunities. It's just a very good read from Heroic. You know, they've been very good at reading where these smoke angles were coming in. They're good at looking for the angle back in, ensuring that these key pieces of control never show up. Free shard up now for Schofield as well. So it's at higher speed on the Charge of Darkness now. Gonna be able to just sprint across the map nice and easy. You do have some defensive items coming in, at least.
I love that he's going Shadowblade as well in the Spirit Breaker. So that's the classic build, John, the pub build. You just go Shadowblade, Kaya, and then you can just delete somebody with one charge. Well, not one charge, but you take out half their HP, you know? See, he's going down that route. Very annoying to play against.
Yeah. And it gives him a very feasible way of just having natural break as well to deal with jabs later on. Boom, again, understanding what they have to do. They just have to try to fight in. Global Silence is down for 20. They try it with a smoke. Unfortunately, they don't really find too much. In fact, Heroic's going in with a smoke as well.
Well, smoke broken, but Tim's not going to get the memo early enough. He will get stunned up here by Schofield, who's already looking for another target. And in fact, he's found Zhao. It's going to be a 2-for-1 special. Zhao will go down. Tims will go down. And yet Schofield, he's having a very good game on the Spirit Breaker, just understanding he's just going to find more and more targets. And if you're Boom, like you are, just trying to play this game out as slowly as possible, give yourself a chance with this Morphling Shaker, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while till they get to that stage where they can actually fight back, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the game state right now. Schofield's level 13, Armel is level 13. Lowest level on the side of Boom is level 9 on Zhao. And that herd mentality is kicking in as the innate of that Spirit Breaker. But it's also just all of this aggression always panning out for the side of Heroic. You just haven't had that big comeback just yet for Boom. That big opportunity with these slams. Travels up for Armel. At least they can work the map a little bit better. They are setting their eyes down bot. Yuma is sort of on an island by himself here, but the charge is coming in.
It's got the Shadowblade up now as well, so it's kind of hard to know he's coming. He can actually hit a few heroes in this as well. This could be very dangerous. The charge, no, it will only land on one, but it is going to be Jabs getting caught out as Yuma. He'll jump in. Nether Strike there as well to ensure that Jabs will go down. Thankfully for Boom, they did not line up for that charge that was incoming. But there is another charge ready to go now. He just needs a bit of vision. They're going to find Zhao. Schofield not going to be able to... Oh, does he find somebody else? No. They will see Tims, but it won't matter. Tims will be able to TP away.
I mean, what can you do on Boom? You really can't do too much about this hit and run. Now you have to contend with the Ags up on Yuma as well, having that enrage every single time, even if you catch him out. You don't have that burst window you can rely on any longer to kill off this Ursa. You have to look elsewhere. At this point, if Boom can just find the supports once more, find KJ, find Schofield somehow, and you're happy, it's easier to probably just bet on finding the silencer of King Jungle, so good old KJ. Issue is he hangs so far back. Your initiation is somewhat there. I mean, you've got the blink on Armel, you've got Jackie who's mobile, who is also going into a BKB now. Maybe at that point you start to feel a little bit more confident, but at 17k behind, it's getting harder and harder to see the openings.
Yeah, and there goes, there goes Armel. Armel to go down very, very quickly. Yuma's just having the freest game of his life here on the Ursa, and of course he loves this hero. He knows like the back of his hand, and again, he hasn't even died. He's 12-0-6 right now on this Ursa. You know, It just looks really uncontestable right now. If you are Boom, sure, you've got those high ground defenses you can make big plays on with these echoes and everything else, but it's a matter of whether the Heroic are going to give you these opportunities. It's not like last game where you have a Darkseid who can back them in. You don't really have that big setup.
No. I mean, it feels like the Shaker has to set up for everyone else. Honestly, you want to set up for the grip, you want to set up for the kisses somehow. The follow through just doesn't feel amazing until Jackie's like fully set. The BKB's a start for this Morphling, but the butterfly is really where things maybe start to improve if you can get to that point. Just a long road as they jump in Illusion instead of the real Jackie. Very fortunate for Jackie. He gets to run. Schofield has the line too.
It's a good voice line. It's a really good voice line.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. It might be the voice line of TI, John, as much as you wanted yours to be. You know? This might be the one. Shupluk's got your number again, like John.
And he does. What can you do? It is,
well,
it is a good line.
You could be me, John. Look on the bright side. You know, I haven't heard my voice line yet. Jackie.
Whisper.
Well, you could be Jackie as well, John. Oh! There's a slam, but it's not going to make the difference. Arena down. Whisper, he'll find a few more. And this is not looking great, even with the spear miss. It's just not going to make too much of a difference as here comes Analog. Armel down. Tim's is down. Jab's trying to run. Will at least make it for now, but they're just continuing to just find more, or at least look for more. But no, it's onto the tier 3 tower. No need to chase any more kills.
No, and I don't know what to say. I think it's just been a rough game for Boom, right? Like Heroics on point with their aggression. Or it feels like they can jump literally any hero and not care who they open up on. That's a very beautiful flank coming out from Whisper as well in the south, going through that little riverside and getting that arena in the backline while the chaos was unfolding up front for Jackie, cutting off any sort of reinforcement for him, cutting off the saves that they desperately need here on the side of Boom. And for Heroic now, I mean, they have options. Roshan is beginning. Doesn't take too long for Yuma to again get this done by himself. We'll just find that one for free. They're holding their position in triangle, but not for long. Boom. I mean, they can't make it into that area quick enough. It's just going to be another Aegis handed away. Roche Banner handed away as well. And for Jackie, he really needs his BKB. And the question is, will he have the damage with the BKB up without that butterfly? We'll have to see if he can kind of work some magic out with that debuff immunity up.
We might find out very soon, John. Yuma, he will jump in. Misses out on Jabs. Jabs will move back in as well. Nice Fisher block out from Armel onto Schofield. Get some D-wards on the high ground. So vision now lacking for Boom. And instead it seems like Heroic, they'll just take the easier route and go for the mid-tier 2 tower. Force Boom to try to come to you. And they won't. They'll just hang it by the dire triangle for now and watch the tier 2 tower go down as there's really no options for. They're just kind of stuck. Here we go again. Yuma's going to jump in. Vision is back down that cliff once again here for the side of Boom. They wouldn't mind fighting in this area. In the end, it's just not going to come. Yuma, though, does get jumped. Nightmare is out. Yuma still happy to chase down Jackie, knowing they can't actually Fiends Grip him. Now the Global Silence is there. Fiends Grip already cancelled off here for Zhao, so Zhao going to drop. Again, it's just, what are you waiting for? Like, you're waiting for an Echo Slam opportunity, I think, for Armel. He is holding on to it. But Heroic are just being very good at not giving any opportunities over. There's no real group ups.
No. I mean, again, they're trying on Boom. I appreciate the reward. I appreciate the fact that they're kind of trying to run forward, but even with this opportunity with both Arena and Global Silence down, they still can't find him. Right? Like, it's just Heroic. Their spacing is so smart. They know when to disengage and re-engage. They're playing to their advantage quite strongly here. There's really no contesting them at this point. Full Abyssal up for Yuma as well, so if he does get on top of Jackie once more, he is just good as dead. We'll see another smoke from Boom. This has to pan out somehow.
They're going to try something. They'll head through the top lane. Yuma just towards the south of them, but I don't think he'd be a very contestable target. So they are running into Schofield. Here comes Yuma. He's going to show himself. This could be a very scary try to jump in. In fact, he's trying to get out of there. But he's going to get stunned by the charge. Meanwhile, now the rest of them. Armel, he's also been caught up by Whisper. Arena is down holding in Jackie. Meanwhile, Yuma's still trying to find a target, but now the Hex is out. Jackie gets caught. Jackie's been caught by the surprise sight device of Analog. And now it just gets worse and worse. They'll chase down Armel, no problem. They even have the Nether Strike ready to go for Zhao if they need it. Zhao, he's going to be okay. But, well, Jabs is not going to be okay, Jonathan. Jabs will also die. I wouldn't blame Boom for calling it. There you go. They do indeed. And this is kind of in the storyline for all the games we've had so far today, John. I've got to say, just one team is, at least so far,